Okay guys, and we're here with the AIT Milsim training video we got here produced for you. So this is going to be, like I said, a voiceover of our training we got here. I edited it and cut out the parts that weren't necessary. So we're going to start off, like always, with the kit check. Tell them to pull out their primaries, as you can see right now. Make sure everyone's primaries are alright. Tell them to pull out their secondaries, and as you can see here in a second, one of these guys did not have their correct secondary on. So we dealt with it. So just always make sure you're checking your people's kit. You want to make sure that, when you go between multiplayer and back into a Milsim setting, that everyone's stuff is right. So then you're checking your primary gadgets, making sure everyone's primary gadgets are all good. Flip over to the secondary gadgets, make sure those are good. And as you can see here, someone's got an EOD bot. Not supposed to have an EOD bot, so we take care of that now too. Alright, that's all taken care of now. He's got his repair torch. Now you're checking grenades. Making sure everyone is supposed to run the correct grenades, which they are. So then we move on to the next part of training, which is 3D callouts. Now 3D callouts, as you probably all know, I've made another video on it that explains this more in depth, so this is going to be a pretty brief synopsis of what a 3D callout is. Basically, it's a direction, a description, and a distance. It's in that order, and as you can see from the big map here, I am 7 o'clock from Charlie. I'm in the wooden tower in the middle of the MSR, and I'm 75 meters away is how I would call that out. Use increments of 5 when you're making a 3D call out. So directly, if I want to use a PLD on a person, I can see exactly how far away I am from them. I was telling the guys at the time of this video, though, we're just going to use the center of Charlie as the objective for the distance marker. So make sure they do it a few times and get the correct amount of points that is described in the video that I have already produced. So now we move on to the final part of AIT, since there's only 2 parts in AIT, which is, this is responding to fire, making sure people know how to appropriately respond to fire. Now this is obviously a controlled situation that would never actually happen in a Milsim event, but the principles of this is very important. So I take out the third man, first man throws a grenade at me, second man throws a flanker grenade. Now they have the ability to recover their teammate and move to cover. So they've recovered their teammate now, they're moving to cover, they have till the smoke dissipates in order to be in the correct spots. And then we're going to go and evaluate their locations. So when the smoke dissipates here, we're going to go on a walk and check out the spots that they've chosen. So smoke's dissipated. Let's check it out. So we got one guy over here that's right on top of the tree, which is a not good spot to be because he has chosen soft cover, which means it really doesn't stop a whole lot of bullets, or it stops very few, and it doesn't really offer him a lot of concealment concealment either. So I was over here, I'm showing him the rock that he should be hiding at because he had the option to move to there. So he died. So we're moving on to our next player here. He's behind the rock. He's got an elevated position. He has the ability to retreat and follow up back and flank around when necessary. So he's in a good spot. We've got a medic. Now Zerg over here chose to occupy a low ground. Now that's okay because of the fact that he has a large amount of concealment and cover, as well as the opportunity to be able to flank around with cover in front of him. And then onto our final man. He doesn't have a whole lot of options when it comes to flanking and all that, but he does have sufficient cover. He does have an option where he can pull out and completely remove himself from the situation to his right. And overall, it's just good cover by everyone. Now, into the second example here. You're going to want to go through this cover taking a few times with your guys. This is an instance where the first or second man dies. Who takes the roles of the first and second man? So in this case, we're going to kill the second man, and the third man is going to take over his roles. So like before, first man throws the primary grenade towards where the fire came from. Secondary man, which is now the third man, becomes the flanker grenade thrower, and if the primary guy decides that there needs to be additional smoke, he throws it as necessary. So we threw 3 smoke grenades instead of 2, getting people into the appropriate locations where they need to be, and moved to cover after picking up your teammates. So obviously over here you can see where they can kind of be seen through the tip top of the smoke. That's okay due to the fact that it is still very difficult to see them, so it's not a overwhelming advantage. So we're going to go evaluate their spots now. Make sure everyone's in the appropriate locations. So first spot here, it's a good spot placement. He's more than 15 meters away from his teammates, but he's still within revive range and has the ability to revive his teammates if they go down. Another spot over here behind the HESCO barriers. Great spot, lots of cover, ability to heal his teammates if they go down. Another spot, great cover, has lots of concealment as well. And final spot, good spot, you guys prone. Now this is the most exposed spot, and I'm not super killer about this spot, but it is still an adequate spot. He has the ability to put down a large suppression and volume of fire. It also spreads out though where the fire is coming from, so they're not all bunched up in one little area, and they can't all be pinned as easily. So like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what else you guys want me to make. See you next time.